Hey you guys, it's me, Rachel, with Life of Senza. So it's early afternoon. I just brought my birds out. And here's Frankie. Just got a bath. Pretty bird. I know, honey. So my blue and gold has some pancreas issues. She flew into something, and basically we thought she was okay. Took her to the vet. No injury other than just some basic inflammation, and thought she was fine, but she wasn't fully recovering. Took her back up, got a bunch of blood work done, found that she basically had inflammation to the pancreas. And so we're hoping, she's on some medication right now, and we're hoping that that will address the issue. So that's why she's not in the best shape, but a lot better, a whole lot better. She was so bad that she wasn't even able to perch or anything like that, and now she's much better. But nonetheless, we're just keeping an eye. So I do like her to be able to come out and have some outside sunshine time. I think it's really important. So anyway, babies, Frankie. See if we can get a head. Hi, Frankie. Hi. Hi. Hi, Frankie. No, you're not in the shot, are you? Should we back up a little bit? Hi. Hi, baby. I know. Hi. Hi. How I knew that she was sick with the pancreas was that she wasn't gaining any weight. She had actually, well, shouldn't even say wasn't gaining any. She had lost weight. And so when I was feeding her so much food, and then as I started to try to feed a higher fat content to put the weight on, then she started regurgitating, which makes sense if you know about the pancreas. So now I have her on a very low fat diet, and she's doing really well. Oh, angry. Frankalicious. Are you angry? Oh, you grouchy face. Grouchy face. I know. Yeah, I know. I told myself that if everything goes well with or either after I move or if I end up getting to stay here, I'm going to reward myself with another macaw. I found this guy online, and they're actually very reasonably priced. But you have to be able to hand feed, which now I'm very knowledgeable on doing because I've had to do it. Because when my blue and gold got injured, she regressed, and so I had to go back to hand feeding. So anyway, so she's good. Like I said, she's on medication. She's so sweet because she was raised so well that it's very easy for me to give her medication, which is a true blessing. But nonetheless, whenever I move, if I move, if I end up having to move, I want to be able to get another macaw. And I think I'll stop at 3. I don't think I would need or want more than 3, but they're just such fantastic birds. They're so great. And honestly, I just could not imagine not having them. And I just love them so much that, and mine, honest to God, like, I know that they can be loud. They definitely can be loud. But if you raise them right and you kind of meet their needs, they're not as loud as some that I've seen. Usually what you're like, when it's so weird how when you get into animals and that you hear certain things, but then you get into them and then you realize, oh, it's not just that macaws are loud. It's like, yes, can they be loud? Absolutely. But in general, they are loud for certain reasons. And so they get really loud when they're very excited. Most of what people hear is the contact call. And so if their needs are being met, they're generally pretty quiet. So the loudest that these birds ever are is when I'm taking one into another room from the other and they do contact calls to each other. Or like if they're in the aviary and then like I'm whatever, they see me or something like that and they'll do like a contact call or something like that. Well, actually that's not true. The loudest that they ever are is Frankie. When he's out here, he is unbelievably loud in his screams, but that's just joy. That's just sheer macaw joy, but that's not something that he does in the house. So anyway, what is up with you? Look at you over here baby begging. And yet you're Dolly Parton full. I've been trying to pack the pounds on. Well, obviously the grams on, I should say. You are a funny bird. You know that? Look at you. You're so tired. You need to go to bed. Frankie, you're angry. Why are you so mad, Frankie? Why are you so mad? See, because you gave me a bath. I need to put a misting system in here for the baths. I did buy one. I just haven't installed it yet. That way, because as of now, we've been having to do like showers, and Frankie's just not the biggest fan. But Frankie is a very he's more of an uptight bird, is what I will say. He's definitely not as chill. So you're a funny bird. You're a funny bird. Yeah, you're both funny birds. Yeah, what I really want is either a verde or a high contrast. I think it's a high contrast Catalina. That's what I really want. What is it? Yeah. Frankie just wants to take a nap. You just want to take a nap, huh, Frankie? Oh, Frankie. Yeah. Whoa, there you are. Hi. Hi. Look behind my ID.
What? No, I already did. That was your old one.
Oh. Alright. Well, I'm glad you found it.
I found yours, not mine.
Bro, okay. We will get yours. Jingo. Hey, babies. I gotta get Savannah's social security card. I thought I had it. I don't know. I swear to God, I thought I had it. I mean, obviously I did because we have a photocopy of it. I don't know where the hard copy went. So, I'll show you what I did over here. Good night. Okay. So here's, I have to move the hydrangea. It really,
No, it looks so sad.
I told you it does not like,
It's so
why is it
sad.
handling the light so poorly? Anyway, it does not like the sun.
It
It
is
does
so
this.
sad.
The sun is going behind the house right now, and so it should perk back up in a minute. That's what it does, is it fades and then it perks right back up. But it's still not cool. So here's my tree. These are the gates that I'm putting up. A little white picket fence. And then I'll show you guys what I did over here. Hi, babies. Hi. Hi, Ibiza. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. So, I'm almost done. I have the mulch. I just, I ran out yesterday, and so I haven't put it in yet. But look how beautiful that is. What do you think?
Are you putting lights in that garden too?
Yeah.
Do you have to get more lights?
No, I already have them. I already bought them. They're in the front seat. I do need to cut all this down, but yeah.
Looks good.
I really like it. And these things have, they have these, look at these flowers. Look at that.
The little tiny one?
Yeah. See that? Oh shit. Here we go. It'll have a bunch of those. It's gonna be really cool. And this, I don't know what that was. Yeah. This thing will have white flowers on it.
Is that a, what are you scared about?
Girl, look what I'm dressed like out here.
We live in the middle of nowhere.
Mm-hmm. So anyway, yeah, I just love it. There's just, I don't know why. I don't think I guess I just never really like paid a whole lot of attention to gardens per se. Like I noticed it, but I've never been particularly fascinated by types of plants or like, I don't know. I guess it wasn't a huge interest for me. But what I can tell you is my personality or my actions say otherwise, because it's like everywhere I move, first thing I do is I transform the outside. Yeah, I just love it. Like I can't tell you how much I love it. But I will say I'm weird about it too though. Like I'm not like, I'm a lazy gardener. Like I put my stuff in and I water it, but I don't want to be like, I will prune a rose. Yeah, I'll prune stuff, but you know, like do not count on me to like fertilize and like, yeah, like I'm not going to shape things. Like, you know, it's just, I don't, yeah. You know what I mean? I'm just, maybe that'll change in time. Who knows? It may develop. Yeah, this is my weeping red maple that I bought. I don't know where to plant it yet.
I think we should put the fire pit instead of the back. Just put it right there.
You know, I was talking to Ralph about it, and he had a really good idea about the fire pit. And what he said is that you want the fire pit to be away from the house. You want it to be far enough back that it feels like a different place. He said back in that field that we normally don't film in, like not this one, but where the tree is, where that rope is. He said it should be right there and we should have chairs out there. And honestly, I kind of agree. Like, I feel like that would be really cool.
Have you been able to get in contact?
It's almost like camping in a way. Hey, whoa, what the heck, man?
I actually do that. That's why I went like this.
Rude. We moved these dogs. I bought these statues because they're the same ones that were in my house before, but the other color, and they had been damaged in the move, and
Hey,
so
look, our magnolia just sprouted.
sprouted is not the word.
Sprouted.
And so anyway, when I moved here and they had some, I bought them, and I think they just look perfect outside the house. They're not the same breed, but who cares? What's up, Savannah? What bloomed? Oh yeah, the magnolia tree has blooms on it.
It smells good.
Yeah, we need to free it up. I need to cut down. If I am allowed to stay here, first thing I'm gonna do is kind of weed out some of these trees to allow for the other trees to prosper.
Oh, that tree. You see that branch right there? The light colored branch that I peeled the skin
No,
off?
what happened to it? Who knocked it down? I mean, at least it's still alive. I freaking love that plant. Hey, pick that up.
Whoa, bro. How did it get down?
Anyway, well, we got to get to it. We got a lot of work to do today. Savannah loves that word, work. There's all of the mulch. I got some soaker hoses because some of those trees that I planted in the back aren't doing too well. And I think that I think there's something about is the right word topography? I don't know why, but that's the one that popped in my head. Somebody tell me if I was right or wrong on that. But, basically, I don't think that the ground, I think that it's set up in such a way that the water just runs off instead of going down instead of having a chance to saturate. So I bought some soaker hoses to supplement until they're matured. So, and then I've got to put this mulch over here, and then I've got to finish putting up my new border, my garden border, and then I got to buy some stuff that someone sent me. One of my puppy buyers actually contacted me and told me about some stuff that you spray on the house for this, and then it just goes away.
The green stuff?
Yeah. Oh, look, you can see my, well, I shouldn't say that. So anyway, so yeah, so that's everything right now that I've done so far.
Where do you buy it?
What?
The stuff. Green stuff.
Oh, I think probably from like Lowe's or Tractor Supply or Home Depot, something like that. And then we'll do poop patrol. We'll clean up the kennels. We already did new sand and new rock yesterday. There's still some more stone there.
Yeah. I didn't need a lot of it.
Yeah.
I did some of that one and then Don Juan's. And hers didn't need any because she doesn't dig. Charlotte doesn't dig.
Yeah.
What is this?
I'm glad that you filled up that one in the back, though. That's good.
What even is this?
I don't remember what it goes to, but I know that
Doesn't look important.
I should remember it. I know my brain is telling me that I should remember that. I just don't. Anyway, so I'm still
They're all sleeping.
yeah, all the dogs are sleeping right now, but it's just a fantastically gorgeous day. Oh look, there's the blooms on those flowers that I like so much. These to me these are like the most goth flowers ever. And not that I'm like particularly into goth culture. I don't know why, that's just the impression that I get. They're like so the blooms are just so beautiful, but then the foliage is dark and edgy. Almost wilted and tortured. It's funny. Anyway, all right. So, what? No.
Why?
Why would we look at him if he's got...
He wants to look at you.
Batista.
Batista. Hey, baby. Batista.
What's up, big dog?
Hey, baby.
What's up, big dog?
Batista.
What's up, big man?
Oh,
The Don.
the dawn of dawn.
Where's he at?
He's in there, right there.
There he is. Donnie, Wanny boy. Donnie.
Put that tail up high. Batista does
Oh, yeah.
Batista does not have his tail up high. Which is interesting.
No, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.
Hey, baby.
He's a good boy. Anyway, so yeah, so we're getting it done, man. We're making it nice and pretty again. I've been trying to figure out what I'm gonna do right here. There was white stone here.
Batista farted.
But
Now it's better. And
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
About what?
About having white stone right there. I don't know why. It just doesn't...
White stone where?
Right here. See the white stone right there? I don't even know why.
What do you mean white stone? That's not white. It's like gray.
Whatever. That's a semantics issue. Or and don't forget that I had better color scoring than you
This
did.
is gray.
No, this, Savannah. These white stones.
Oh.
Dur, dur, dur.
Rude.
Rude. So anyway, the white stone, it looks like it actually only went like right there. Maybe to help not track in so much filth. I'm not sure, but I just know that...
Gray makes it better.
I just know that I don't like it the way it is, and I need to figure out what I'm going to do here, so there's that. And I'm like, and I want to put grass, because I planted grass here. Like, I planted a bunch of grass seed, and it's just now really starting to take off. Not everywhere, but it is taking off in some places. And this is a trimming. I trimmed this tree right here, at least the bottom portion of it. So yeah, this thing was like, it was like going off, man. It was acting a fool down here. I know, Frankie. So anyway, I would like grass here, but the problem with grass being here is that whenever I need to water my garden, it's like, unless I use a soaker hose, which I would have needed to have put underneath the other stuff. I guess whatever, I could do whatever I want. But I was thinking about potentially doing, you know how they do kind of like a checkerboard, but instead of doing checkerboard, doing like a piece of, like a tile, you know, kind of like they sell them at Home Depot. So it's like that, but it's much bigger. It's a big old square. And so doing like that, and then like a tile of grass next to it. And then, you know, checkerboard with just, that way there's like a path, but there's also grass and it's decorative. That was something that I was thinking of. So maybe not. We'll see. But anyway, I like the idea. What if I did some kind of like decorative filler grass? That would be so expensive though. I shouldn't do that unless I'm going to stay here. Because it really would be very expensive to do something like that.
Fake grass. Or do what Bobby and Gigi used to do.
With that fake grass?
They used to put like they didn't do fake grass, they did like the squares. They got like squares of grass and put it down.
Yeah, that's turf.
Kind of, but it's real turf.
Yeah, that's turf, real turf. Anyway, well, I'm going to let y'all go. We've got to get to it. I did do some heavy pruning on this rose. And I cut off quite a bit of length off of it because it was lopsided. And to try to help it grow correctly. And I think that helped because now I've got this piece down here at the base that's coming out the opposite direction, which I think will help balance it. So, pretty wild, man. Pretty wild what we've done so far. I just love it. I love all the color, the variety. It's just weird how much I love it. But anyway, like I said, we'll talk to y'all later. Bye.